Okay, I'm here to talk to you about the Resilient Women in Business membership program that we have available for you so that you can make a well-informed decision if this is something you want to jump on board with. Now, just to give you a little history first, I did start Resilient Women in Business in 2018, and I actually started with a mastermind group, and I really felt compelled to do that. Now, my language is God. If that's not your language, shift it into whatever you need to. I'm only sharing this because I kept getting some downloads. And so I did this mastermind group. And in fact, how I did it is one day I felt so compelled to pull over to the side of the road and do a quick video on Facebook, a live Facebook video. And so I did it, and I didn't even know what I was going to say, but I've learned in my life to listen to these little signs, these nudges, these downloads, whatever they want to call them. I've learned to listen. There's been many times in my past I didn't. I could share a lot of stories. And when I didn't listen, I wished I did because there was some greatness if I would have listened. So I learned that. So I felt so compelled to pull over and do a Facebook Live. I had no idea what I was going to say, but this is sort of what came out of my mouth. Is to all you women entrepreneurs out there, business women, I just want to let you know I'm your biggest cheerleader. God's doing something here. I feel like I'm supposed to support you somehow. I'm just not sure what that looks like. But I just want to wish you all the best. And right away, I got 10 women that private messaged me and said, will you let me know what it is when you figure it out? And so a couple weeks go by, I figured it out. I reached out to all 10, and this is what I said. I'm going to create a mastermind. We're going to meet for 7 months. Every second Tuesday, we're going to study the book, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And I am going to build the systems as I go. And it is $20 for every meeting. Are you in or you're out? All 10 of them said, I'm in, which was fabulous. So that's how Resilient Women first started. And then in December of 2018, I had a dream that I was supposed to put these monthly events on. And I woke up from that dream and I honestly put my hands on my hips and said, I got no time for this. At that time, I was traveling to Calgary and Toronto, minimum once a month, sometimes 2 or 3. And I really didn't have a regular schedule because I was flying around a lot. And so at that time, I thought, I just don't have time for that. And thankfully, one of my mastermind members, who is a leader now with Resilient Women in Business, she came to me, Rosalia came to me and said, can we talk about something after all the women leave the mastermind? Excuse me. And I said, absolutely, we can. So we talked about what she wanted to. And then I felt so compelled to say to her, now, keep in mind, this is where we really do need each other, because I'm so thankful I said this to Rosalia. I said to her, Rosalia, I feel compelled to share a dream I had a few weeks ago. I had this dream that I was supposed to put these monthly events on, and I woke up from this dream and said, I got no time for this. And besides, I don't even know what kind of monthly events they're supposed to be. Well, she said the best thing for me. She said, so Cheryl, if God gave you that dream, are you saying no? And I looked at her, I crossed my arms and leaned back in my chair and said, shit, I have to do these monthly events and I don't even know what they are. So I share this with you because often we get signals, downloads, signs, and maybe a nudge on your shoulder, whatever that is for you. And if we don't listen and take action, then God, the universe, and all his angels above is going to give someone else that idea for them to take action. And this is what I've learned in life. So I decided immediately, okay, I'm going to put a monthly on. This was December of 2018. And by January, I booked a venue and we had 40 women show up at the first networking event. That told me there's something here. And from there, we grew. In fact, Rosalia was the one who wanted and encouraged, come across the river to Coquitlam. Let's launch in different cities. And that's how we've become in different cities. So we have evolved since then. And I'm going to I have the registration sheet here that I'm going to review it with you so that you can really make a well-informed decision. Now, first of all, we do take industry specific. So let me explain that to you. Because there's a variety of industries like the coaching industry, the multi-level marketing, health industry are really big and they provide a lot of different services. So when we say industry specific, what we really mean by that is narrowing it down to exactly what you sell. For a prime example, coaches. There's habit coaches, there's lifestyle coaches, there's a variety of different marriage relationship coaches, there's a variety of different coaches. So we absolutely could have more than one coach at as a member, because they niched right down. Multi-level marketing. Some of those multi-level marketing companies are like a department store, like they've got everything. Well, to keep it fair for other women, if we focus down, like one lady, she's only focusing on the hair product that her company has. So when she introduces herself, that's what she says. And another lady that's focused on collagen in her health industry. Okay, so just to give you an idea, because we really want to make this fair in a way that we want to support a lot of women. So industry specific that way. And if you have attended a chapter and you're like, oh, my seat's already taken, reach out to the home office myself, or reach out to your leader and ask them to put you on a waiting list, or see if there's availability in another chapter. Some of our chapters are not too far in distance. For an example, White Rock is only 15-20 minutes away from the Surrey Langley Cloverdale chapter. So some of them aren't too far. So always, and then if you're in Richmond, let's say, and we don't have a chapter there yet, well, we could put you on a waiting list for when we do start a chapter. Now, how we start a chapter is I take applications. I always look for a leader that can facilitate a meeting, that's strong enough to facilitate the meeting, to keep the meeting on time. I want somebody that understands what Resilient Women in Business stands for, because as you experienced at the event, we have core values and we follow these core values. And anytime you hear me say we, that means I get together with the leaders and we make a decision collectively. I never really make any of the decisions on my own, because this business is not about me. This business is about the community of women, you. So we want to make sure we're making the right decision. So going back to the membership. So I'm just going to read off this form, what the membership includes. So the membership includes that you receive members only rate at 10% off any of our conferences, you can go to another city chapter and visit for only $5 as a member. You can go to 3 or 4 of them, up to you. It's unlimited for the $5. And then there's a members portal that has education in to support you and your business. So I've got sales training, I've got how to introduce yourself, I've got effective follow-up, I've got some inspiration videos, I've got some documents that will support you in your business. So that portal alone, for hands down, is minimum $297. It probably is more like $497, because as we evolve, I keep adding more things in there. So that alone is the value of the membership. And then we've got members profile on the Resilient Women in Business website. So how this came about, and this is valued at $97 annually. I had a high school friend of mine that reached out to me because he saw that I was doing a Abbotsford meeting at one of the members who owns a blueberry farm. And he saw that on Facebook. And he said, where is that blueberry farm, Cheryl? Because I'd much rather support one of your Resilient Women in Business members than going to one that, you're not a part of, or they're not a part of your community. And I was like, whoa, if one person wants to know, well, maybe there's more people. So I have decided to create what's called a members profile, where you get your information on the website. And what they do is they go to members profile, and it's all industry specific. So if somebody's looking for anything to do with a household, like selling a home or real estate, or they're all categorized. So then they can find you. So that's valued at $97. Then we have members only members and existing members of Resilient Women in Business can have a vendor table at any of Resilient Women's conferences. Now we do 2 a year. We do one in the spring and one in the fall. And they're slightly different. Usually the spring one is way more on personal growth, business growth. And then the fall one is always on education, but / more networking opportunities where you have more time to network, and then you can visit the vendors. So only the members are allowed to have a vendor table. So that's $84. because it works out that the table's only $15 for a member. That's why it's 84, because usually it would be like $97 for a table minimum at any other type of event. And then again, you get discounts on attending any other Resilient Women's networking events, opportunity to showcase your business. Only members can speak at the events, where you got a 15-minute showcase, you got a 5-minute showcase, a 2-minute business tip you can bring to the meeting, as well as your favorite quote to share. We do an annual picnic, typically in my backyard. We'll see how big we are coming up. Eventually, it might have to be at another location. Last year, I think, well, in 2022, we had about 40 ladies in my backyard, and usually half can't make it. So that gives you an idea. Then we like to do quarterly events as much as we can. So the 2 conferences are part of that quarterly event. In the past, we've gone hiking, anyone that's available. We went to Hicks Lake one year, and we've done rock painting parties and happy hour walks, a variety of things we've done in the past. So we plan on keep going with that. Whoever is available can meet up, and opportunity to be on a podcast. So another opportunity to get yourself out there. So those are the bonuses that come with the membership. Members have 2 meetings a month. They attend the one you probably attended, which is where guests can attend. And then we have a members meeting, which is structured differently. Because one thing I know, when I used to build a business academy back in the day, and we launched it in Calgary and Toronto, and that's why I was traveling a lot, is that many times we can network with each other and we really don't know each other's business. So the members meetings are structured so that each of you get to understand each other's business, because your members in your chapter can become your referral basis. Basically, they can become referrals. When they really get to know who you are and what business you have, it's very easy for women to refer people they like, know, and trust. And so we've created it that way that you get to know each other. Now, part of the membership too is get together for coffees and really get to know each other. We always encourage that at every single members meeting, is do a one-on-one, whether it's on a Zoom, just so you can really understand each other better. Because again, these can be your advisory boards. These women can be your referral system. There's maybe a collaboration can happen. That has happened quite often, that once they met each other, they came up with a brilliant idea to collaborate. Oh, sorry. And so much more. So there's basically price point, just to give you an idea. It is $299 at this point, $299 for the year, which, considering any other membership out there, I did a lot of researching, it's very reasonable. Then there is a $24.95 one-time administration fee. And then after that, you don't pay the administration fee when you renew. We also have a loyalty program. Many of the members have been with Resilient Women in Business. They're going on their 4th year as of September 2023. And so I created a loyalty gift program after 3 years being a consistent member. And I'll be creating more. Once it's 5 years, there'll be more ideas that'll come up for just to honor the members, to be loyal with Resilient Women in Business. And so the price point. Now, what we do have too is we have 3 monthly payments, because we recognize at this point that some women are financially strapped, and we don't want you to be financial strapped. So we do have a 3-month payment plan if that helps you out, is that we do that. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the Resilient Women in Business. Then, of course, there is terms and conditions on the back. I'd highly recommend everybody to read them, simply because you want to know what's available and all those sort of things, the ins and outs, and how those evolved is in time. Once we had a situation come up or whatnot, then we had to put terms and conditions. So I'd highly recommend you to view those. And the Resilient Leader that facilitated the meeting has the registration, or we can also send you the registration. Just email the office at info@, so info@resilientwomeninbusiness.com. We would love to have you as a member and celebrate you and assist you to take your business from where you are right now to where you want to go. And there is so much more available for you, whether it be conferences, our GPS program, which stands for Goals plus Productivity equals Success, That is a mastermind / education / accountability. We all need accountability. So if you want consistent accountability, that might be a program you're interested in taking a look at. So I wish you nothing other than success, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye for now.